Our tale of the tape brought to you by Quest Infrastructure. Petchumpon 30, 11 years the senior of Wild at 19. The records, 61 fights for Petchumpon, 41 wins, 17 by way of knockout. 5 fights, 4 wins for Cale Wild, who just had his first fight in Thailand just 2 months ago on RWS. Didn't get the victory, but a great experience for another young up-and-comer of the Australian Muay Thai scene.
Oh, he's an up-and-comer, don't you worry about that, does the New Zealander. Man, he's got some skills, this lad. He's been the talk of the town for a long time. Andrew Parnham, what does Cale Wild bring to the ring tonight?
He's been tearing it up from a teenager, or actually he's still a teenager.
Rama1.
Still a teenager now.
Cale Wild, SRG.
His last fight in RWS took a step up, dipped his finger in the pie and come up short, but before that he's been ripping them up and slightly unassuming when you look at the bloke, but oh my God, has he got some skills.
It actually looks like he's starting to fill out a little bit, believe it or not. This one at 57, I believe I've seen him fight at 54, potentially up for New South Wales. So starting to come into his own is Cale Wild from Sutmungut Gym. The Lewis Regis, man, that stable just pumps him out. Going to be 300 Thai trainers up there in Sydny. He'll be taking on one of the smaller gyms down here in Melbourne, and a name I'm not too familiar with, Petchumpon Rama1. But I had a chat to his trainer, Jacob Rendell, who says he's been around all the stadiums, hasn't been fighting much of late, but he's coming fit to fight. Looks the picture tonight at 30 years old, does Petchumpon Rama1.
Significant height advantage by way of Cale. Like I said, doesn't look a whole lot sometimes, still looks like a kid in the schoolyard, but man, can this boy Ted use his range? He's got all the skills.
A second Roots appearance for Cale Wild, had a unanimous decision victory over Jason Moon at Roots 23. And he's back in the Roots ring here at Roots 25. Pressure drop, Wild in the white trunks, Petchumpon in the black.
Yeah, I think the path to victory for Petchumpon Rama1 will be investing low. Like, look at his legs, he's built with that Muay Mutt style. Standing southpaw at the moment to match Cale Wild. And as he does, straight away forces Wild onto the back foot and slams the left leg home. He's got some big old stumps on him, does he, Petchumpon?
He's been out there in the fields for a while as a youngster, building up those quads, I reckon. But Cale, just usual, got to protect his legs, look for use the range. Don't be too intimidated by the experienced Thai veteran.
And, you know, Thais come in all shapes and sizes over here in Australia. And when you see them in the ring, often they're here to work as pad holders, but I'm impressed by the shape that Petchum Rama1's coming tonight. He's looking fit.
Yeah,
looks like he's been. He looks almost as fit as me, Andrew, if you don't mind. As Cale slams a couple good left kicks home, and beautiful counter catch and sweep, some good technique. It's a nod and a wink from Petchumpon.
Cale, the young prodigy of Lewis Regis, and under the watchful eye of him since a young fella. He spends a little bit of time up there in Bellingen, up on the camp there with Lewis, and him and his stable mates have been coming through together, and it's been awesome watching them rise through the ranks.
I've really enjoyed watching Cale Wild, and we knew about him a long time ago, but of course to fight pro up here, you need to be 18 or above, so we'll be waiting for that day. And since his first appearance, he's been on my radar as one to watch, as he has been on the sold-out crowd here tonight at Melbourne Pavilion. Have turned out in droves. Good left kick at range from Cale Wild, and smart defense on the back foot. Ends up in the blue corner.
Interesting to see both of the boys choosing to fight in southpaw, and you know, it's not uncommon for the Thai to switch to the opposite stance so that they can kick through. But Cale also in southpaw stance, looking to negate the left kick there, or just missing.
Yeah, just slightly mistimed that to Cale Wild. And a big, strong legs of Petchumpon crashed home. Slower start to this than what we've had tonight. It's been fast-paced action. Every fight's been an absolute barn burner.
Oh, beautiful little sneaky takedown there from Cale, just as Petchumpon comes forward, puts a bit of weight on the front leg, and Cale does a great job of taking his lead leg out. Nice little right kick up the top. The nod of approval from the Thai boys. We end round one.
Number one.
Well, as he said,
Cale
slower
Wild,
start, bit of a
SRG.
faster finish.
Petchumpon,
But
Rama1.
Cale Wild, I feel he's just about to let things go potentially, but the Thai coming fast and furious on our Quest Infrastructure replay.
Yeah, maybe both boys just finding their rhythm. This one only 3 rounds, and Petchumpon has had a long time out of the ring, so he got woken up at the end by a big hard head kick from Cale Wild. Looking cool and calm is Petchumpon, and when he's landed a kick, he's landed it with everything behind it, including the kitchen sink and his neighbours. Looked good in the clinch there when the two grappled, despite the height difference. Good strong crossface with the right hand and controlling the bicep with the left. That's good technique from the veteran. Catching a sweet miss from Cale and ended up on his backside. Just slightly mistimed that one. The southpaw versus southpaw matchup are two very different styles going head to head in fight number 11.
Seconds out.
With a sweep in that first round, but a feeling out process of sorts. We'll see if it opens up here in this second round of 3x3 here at Groups 25. Pressure drop. Petchumpon, Rama1 and Cale Wild doing battle.
Yeah, after a close first round, we'll look to see the action heat up a little bit here in the second. We've got Rung over in the corner, the fight end corner, the Petchumpon Rama1 corner.
I am liking the way that Cale's using his range, and you can see from the action replay there before, just getting a little bit low, nice evasion with the punches, using his range, stepping back. Now he's varying the kicks up as well. Petchumpon trying to figure him out. He's going low, going high, and as is Cale.
And Cale, no stranger to Thai veterans. He's come off. Oh, wow, some beautiful technique. He's coming off two fights versus 2 high-level Thais as the youngster. Good, strong jab off the right hand. I believe he's right-handed too, so that's got some real power. Sways out of the way of that one, which is probably for the best. As Petchumpon packs a punch and a kick as he crashes a left one home to the ribcage of Cale Wild.
It's a big shout out to all the guys out at SRG. I know they're all watching out there, so watching their boy do his thing. And as you can see at the moment, using his team, beautiful, cops a little right kick there, I'm sorry. Another left kick there from Cale, catches, gives one back himself. The Thai just missing the head kick on the way down, showing a bit of authority there.
Yep.
He almost ended up in the lap of promoter side Naji as he came crashing through the ropes. Man, he's fast, isn't he, Petchumpon? When he puts his foot on the accelerator, he's got some real speed. And both boys looking to go second here, and it's going to working itself out as a bit of a stalemate. Trevor Lawler will have none of that. No nonsense, Trevor Lawler. Let's go, Trevor. Go to your room. Go tidy your room. Trevor Lawler just commanding some authority at the Melbourne Pavilion. Both boys looking to counter-strike, which is what's kind of leading to these little exchanges in action. Petchumpon rushes forward, fakes with the hands, and scores with the right kick. Not a big score, but enough and around where there hasn't been a lot of action. Good left kick there from Cale. Oh, and a hard right kick from Petchumpon. Good exchange from the Thai, and scores again off the back foot, Andrew.
Yeah, you can see Petchumpon just really biting down the mouth guard and waiting, trying to line up that big left shot as he comes through, shuffles through, looks for the right, but misses, and Cale shuffles back. So oh, there it is, and he cops one for his troubles on the way through.
Man, some of these Thais that we get over here, they're like a kinder surprise, aren't they, Andrew? You just don't know what you're going to get, especially then when they're not like an A-grade stadium Thai, but it doesn't. They've been fighting their whole lives, 61 fights, 41 wins. That's not a bad clip of a ratio for Petchumpon. No slouch whatsoever.
Couldn't possibly flip the coin and made that one up himself.
Yeah, I wouldn't
nice.
be surprised.
Big exchange on the way through there. Big
and at 57 kgs, this fight, you'd bet he had most of his experience at the lighter weight classes. But that's about a second round from Petchumpon.
With some big rebellion.
It was a close first round, and going into the second, the Thai stepped up the action, and the second stanza of that round, you feel would go the way of Petchumpon. As we look at the action here from round number 2, Petchumpon really stepped up the power and the speed And when he landed those hands, he was able to bring the kick home as an exclamation point. The big long Cale Wild, he had his moments too, bouncing, looking to counter, looking to go second. Shakes his head, adjusts the shorts if you don't mind. You look a good big fella.
Absolutely loving it in there. You can see, I love watching the young blokes that do their thing, and you can see that Petchumpon really trying to stamp his authority as a 30-year-old veteran.
Yeah, classic veteran versus up-and-comer match-up. A bit of a, not so much a gatekeeper, but a big test for Cale Wild in terms of ready for the next step in his career. I mean, he just came back from Thailand, so what a great transition into the next fight for him.
This is the third and final round.
Having come off his last fight was a 3-rounder over in Thailand, so he's used to this format, and he's going to need some urgency about him this round. I feel Cale Wild, this one too close to call for us in the commentary booth. A good couple left kicks there to get the party started. Both boys matching up in close stance in the southpaw. Good tee from Cale, and a hard low kick from Petchumpon, and scores well on the end of that with a left kick. Little cherry on the top if you don't mind.
Oh, Petchumpon starting to find his rhythm now, I feel.
Yeah, I feel he's definitely got a speed advantage, doesn't he? And at 30 years old, he still looks every part in his prime. It took him around to kind of wake up, to get a feel for being in the ring once more. He's got an unusual, almost blitzing style to accommodate for the backwards movement of Cale.
Nice left kick there from Cale.
Yeah, good left scoring kick. We'll bank that one. Edges forward, swing and a miss from Petchumpon. Wide eyes from Cale, but not a lot of action, and needs a hard kick to his right leg as he steps backwards, and the weight was taken off it. Big red mark now on the leg of the New Zealander Cale Wild.
Claiming him now.
I'll claim anything. You claimed Pavlova and Farlap. I came here, claimed
We got the Lamingtons.
all your jobs and one of your women. Shout out to my wife, Lani. Been well looked after by Reboots tonight. She's enjoying herself over there on one of the tables, perhaps a bit too much. And Petchumpon enjoying himself too in centre ring as he comes forward with a left kick. And a teep off the rear leg, Samat-like sideways teep. Cale Wild scores with a long left kick, Sayao.
You can see Petchumpon really committing to the kick, waiting for the timing, waiting for the moment that Cale just either finishes a shot or just steps back, and he, as you said before, blitzes through and takes a big shuffle, big slide, and full committal to the kick, which is a testament to the way that the Thais boot through there, as you can see.
Another warning from Trevor Lawler about ready to fight them both at the same time, the way this is going.
What do you reckon Petchumpon does for pants? He's got the shortest legs known to man, and they're about as wide as a fire hydrant. Do you reckon he just wears a pair of long shorts or short longs? What do you reckon? 20 seconds left now, and just kind of dances past and apologises to the front row. Does Petchumpon enjoying himself being back in the ring, and I look forward to seeing him once more here at the Melbourne Pavilion. 10-second clapper. This one's a super close fight. Cale Wild from SRG taking on Rama1's Petchumpon.
That is the end of the bell.
Stephen White.
Cale Wild.
Judges scorecard decision will ensue. Petchumpon.
Please have a representative from Quest.
Rama1 down in Rama1 here in Victoria. One would feel it probably had definitely the more of the aggressor in that fight, controlled the centre of the ring. Cale Wild playing more of a defensive fight, but it's only 5 fights into his professional career, but held his own against the Thai. We'll take a look at the replay.
Yeah, it was super close. So Cale scored well from a long range with the kicks, but I feel there's a bit of a speed advantage, and the Thai was able to score on the end of some of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we head to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Your 3 judges call the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. All the way to your winner via unanimous points decision. Red corner, Petchumpon, Rama1.
So Petchumpon takes home unanimous decision victory.